Interest rates. Dog sees shiny stick. Not normal stick, not park stick, deluxe stick. Polished, imported, maybe haunted. Stick costs 20 leaves. Dog has 10. Dog still wants. In human world, college pup sees $300 sneaker drop. Also has 10 leaves. Brain says no. Credit card says yes. That's how stories like this begin. In both worlds, that's how dog meets interest fairy. Interest fairy small. Looks like chipmunk. Wears tiny tie. Has calculator. Voice squeaky but powerful. You want stick now, he says. Just promise me 5 extra leaves next month. Dog thinks. That's just 25. Still cheaper than emotional damage of not having shiny stick. Dog agrees. Fairy grins. Dog feels like financial genius. But next month, dog owes 25. Still has 10. Stick already chewed? Leaves gone. Fairy returns. This time with clipboard. There's fees, he says. Time passed. Dog confused. Thought I was borrowing. Thought we had a deal. Chipmunk blinks. That was the deal. Dog tries to nap. Maybe it'll make sense tomorrow. But in sleep, interest fairy whispers things. Compound, daily, APR, annualized. Dog twitches. Tail spins like helicopter. Wakes up sweating on couch. Google search open. How to cancel time-based debt. No answers, just ads. Here's the truth no one told dog. Interest is not gift. Not friend. Interest is rental fee. For money. From future. When dog borrows 10 leaves today, he's renting time. But time hungry. Time wants snacks. Time wants rent. Time not cheap. And every day, dog holds that borrowed leaf. The cost grows. So now, dog understands. Interest is the cost of chewing apples before you grow the tree. It's borrowing apples from future dog. Future dog not happy. Future dog wanted snacks. Now future dog has debt. And that, friends, is how dog met the chipmunk that lives in his nightmares. His name is Interest Fairy, and he wears a monocle. Because of course he does. Dog never asked for economic theory. Dog just wanted stick. But now dog owes leaves. Dog must learn. And learning begins with a jar. Friend dog has leaf jar. Dog borrows 10 leaves. Friend dog says, give back 12. Dog confused. Why? Friend shrugs. Because now I can't use my jar. I wait. I deserve more leaves. Dog offended. But can't argue. Friend has logic. And jar. Welcome to time value of money. Explained with treats and delayed belly rubs. You want the snack now? Pay for the wait later. That's interest. It's not just about money. It's about how long someone has to hold their tail still while you chew. Now, Interest Fairy returns. Still chipmunk. Now wearing velvet cape. Rates have gone up. Dog asks why. Fairy says inflation, bed, global liquidity, and other words dog doesn't know. What dog does know is that borrowing now means promising even more leaves. Before, stick cost 5 extra leaves. Now it's 8. Dog must work overtime. Dog must do extra tricks. Dog must sit, stay, shake, roll, and maybe compose jazz. Interest Fairy adjusts monocle, says it's just market forces. Meanwhile, somewhere in Dogland, giant machine rumbles. It's the treat dispenser, the one all banks worship, controlled by the Federal Retriever. A big fluffy dog in a suit. Wears a tie. Has no idea how any of this works either, but presses buttons with confidence. Treats come out fast. Dogs spend. Fetch economy strong. Treats come out slow. Dogs wait. Belly rub recession. This is monetary policy, but dog just calls it big switch that makes snacks cheap or painful. At this point, dog gets flashback. Bark University. Fancy school with paw-shaped diploma. Dog needed loan. Squirrel banker with glasses said, only 6%. Dog said yes. Fast forward, diploma is art now. Job at Bonebucks Cafe. Pays bills, pays rent, pays interest. Stick from college still not chewed. Dog wonders if it ever existed. Loan, very real, still biting. And it doesn't stop there. Rent goes up. Landlord dog says his loan more expensive, so now dog's bed costs more. Credit card barks louder each month. Every apple now comes with small side of fear. Even Apple Corp, the tech one, not the fruit, sells fewer things. Pups don't want to finance phones when snacks cost 10 leaves. So now dog runs in circles. Wants to fetch. Can't afford tennis ball, because ball is metaphor, and metaphor costs interest. Dog thought he understood it now, knew about interest. Knew not to trust chipmunks with calculators. Knew the shiny stick came with a price. But knowing and doing? Two very different types of tail chases. So when Barkcoin showed up, promising fast returns, digital apples, infinite wealth, Dog's tail wagged again. Not a normal wag, full tornado mode. Barkcoin ad said, buy now, fetch more later. Dog's brain said, danger. Dog's instincts said, rich. Guess which voice Dog listened to? So Dog borrowed 50 leaves. Again, Chipmunk wore sunglasses this time. Said things like, scalable blockchain snack ecosystem. Dog nodded, didn't understand, still signed. Barkcoin felt like destiny. Price went up, a little, then dropped, then crashed, then vanished. Turns out, Barkcoin was just hopes wrapped in code and vibes don't pay back loans. A year passed. Dog worked extra shifts at Bonebuck's Cafe, poured puppuccinos, burned paws on espresso machine, still broke, still owed 70 leaves. Interest didn't wait. It grew, like that weird mold behind the couch. One day, the chipmunk came back. No sunglasses. Serious voice. With him, a smaller squirrel with a tiny badge and a clipboard. Repo squirrel. Dog didn't even know that was a job. They took his food bowl, his emergency chew fund, even his stay positive doormat. It wasn't theft. It was math. Now Dog sits in empty apartment. No stick, no Barkcoin, just one magnet on the fridge. Compound interest is either your best friend or worst chew toy. Dog thinks about that. Wonders if the fridge will be next. Chipmunk left a receipt. Reminder, time is expensive. This is the part where some pups give up. Say, system rigged. Blame the chipmunk. Blame the fridge. But Dog starts thinking. Maybe the problem wasn't interest. Maybe the problem was how fast he wanted the stick, how badly he wanted shortcut to more apples. Because interest isn't evil. It's just the toll booth on the fast lane. And Dog ran through that booth 5 times with no snacks in his bag. Dog realizes something else. Interest is like borrowing from future Dog, but future Dog wants a nap, not a debt. He wanted to sit under a tree, maybe chew a book. Instead, he got bills, panic, and a growing list of squirrels showing up uninvited. Dog didn't lose because of numbers. He lost because he never asked what he was really paying for. So now Dog does the one thing nobody expects. He stops. No borrowing, no Barkcoin, just sits. Eats apple, real one, not digital. Starts saving leaves, one by one, slowly, silently, boringly. Future Dog, somewhere in timeline, wags tail. Not a big wag, just a small thankful flick. Because finally, someone stopped feeding the interest fairy and started feeding themselves.